can also be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments on a phone number that would be ruled out when the time is right. Once again, I say welcome. You can join us live on YouTube at 32FM 949 Ibadan. 32FM 949 Ibadan. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI.
Good morning to you. I am OLUTAYO. OGUNADE. Let's go straight to the papers.
All right, I have a Punch newspaper, Vanguard newspaper. I have Daily Post and Independent. I'll take headlines. First of all, from Punch newspaper, Boko Haram invasion plot, anxiety in FCT, heavy security at NNPC, Army barracks and others. We were ready to lose students in planned bandit bombardment, El Rufai. Wow. Probe begins Monday as federal government suspends NPA Managing Director Bala Usman. One dead, vehicles destroyed as hoodlums clash in Lagos. Bishop declares fasting prayer after Mbaka supporters attack. Gunmen kill 3 policemen in fresh Anambra Ebonyi attacks. Siblings snapped for internet fraud, love scam. SS2 girl missing in Abuja school after permission to fix uniform. Okay, more headlines from air. From the Metro side, kidnapped Plateau Hospital owner, nursing mother regain freedom. In the business angle, CBN extends Naira for dollar deadline to boost remittances. Lagos Commodities Exchange to begin gold trading. Reps summon NNPC, CBN, FIRS, EFCC, probe illicit financial flows. Also, CBN vows to resist maize importation. Let's look at some headlines from the politics side. INEC plans converting 753 voting points to units in Osun State. Group protests 2 million naira APC fee for Lagos local government pool aspirants. Don't field serial defectors. Anambra PDP group warns party. And, Ozodima's stance on state police exposes APC sympathy for bandits, PDP. One or two headlines from the sports side. Mixed reactions as FIFA postpones World Cup qualifiers. We didn't give Minister for Theatre ultimatum, Badminton Board. And finally from here, ref who rejected Plateau bribe to officiate a Yimba calf tie. Those are the headlines from Punch newspaper.
Right, let's go to Daily Trust, and from there, Hadiza Bala Usman suspended as NPA MD. Media Trust, Nigeria Health Watch partner on solution-based reportage. NIN SIM linkage will help us identify crooks. Buhari, insecurity, too much tension, confusion in the land. NSCIA. Oshibajo, Nigeria will overcome its challenges if. Okay, still from Daily Trust, Gumi, we've convinced bandits not to kill Greenfield varsity students. Abia University students kidnapped at gunpoint. You can't force Buhari out of office before 2023, say supporters. Let's see some more from there. Ripples in Ogun over local government polls, nomination form charges. Nigeria's relay team depart for Olympics qualifiers in USA. All right, I took this one on forcing Buhari out of office. Let's see some more before we go to another paper. 2023 offer backs Kwara governor for second term. Hazard laughing with Chelsea players upsets real fans. We'll find out also from Daily Trust. Let's go to another paper.
Okay, I'm taking it to Daily Post now. Ogun, after killing one policeman, gunmen abduct another officer. 3 civilians. Calls for impeachment of governors who refuse to implement financial autonomy for judiciary thicken. Buhari suspends Hadiza Usman, approves panel to probe Nigerian Ports Authority. Kidnap of ABSU students, all hands must be on deck, Oji Kalu. Details of Buhari's meeting with President Mbalo of Guinea-Bissau emerge. Herdsmen attacks, Benue stakeholders urge Otom to recruit, empower more vigilante. Kidnap of ABSU students, northern bandits now in southeast, Ohanese. Buhari removes Hadiza Usman as Nigeria Ports MD amid Amechi El Rufai feud. Senate President commiserates with Pastor Adeboye over son's death. Teachers recruitment, Osun government to conduct oral interview Monday. Katsina, bandits kill cameraman, kidnap others. Expansion of polling units will discourage voter apathy, Osun INEC rec. Emefiele urges youth to embrace agriculture, assures of CBN support. And WHO is saying delayed vaccine supply may trigger COVID-19 resurgence in Africa. Bandits, Gumi discloses role he, Obasanjo, played in release of Kaduna students. Oduduwa Republic group rejects secession move, tackles Igboho, Kano. Nigeria's satellites cannot effectively monitor bandits. Space Agency DG, Shaba. Dare Jonathan Sarakimon Adeboye's son. Bandits kill 14 in Niger communities. And finally, Katsina government sends 7,054 Almajiri children back to home states.
And from the Guardian newspaper, government plans portal for sale of houses to Nigerians. Cautious optimism as contractor takes over PH refinery. U.S. expected to see hiring surge as vaccines resurrect alien economy. Oshiba Jokavasi's improved collaboration for service delivery. Why President ordered revocation of ADAX oil assets by Silva. Detained chiefs will be released soon, Edo Deputy Government assures. Lagos government spends 20 billion naira on a motorized bill. Fem goes herbal to stop youth addiction, cough syrup abuse. Still on the scourge of child marriage, you can also find that's from the editorial of The Guardian. Another one here, Lagos APC's new guidelines stir controversies over council polls. ABGA meets to streamline position on Anambra Giba. Group threatens to expose sponsors of criminal elements. Still from The Guardian newspaper, FIFA moves Super Eagles Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifiers to September. Team Nigeria jets out for U.S. relays. Dare thanks Buhari. And from the business side, marginal field operators will grow Nigeria's oil if supported. Airlines record 73% traffic slump amid restrictions, quarantine. CBN extends Naira for dollar scheme indefinitely as Forex crisis continues.
Vanguard newspaper, NCC warns telecom consumers against sharing cell phone, NIN and SIM card. FCTA reiterates commitment to safety of schools and students. NYSC inaugurates maiden edition of DG's CDS award. Time is up for bandits, hoodlum sponsors in Imo. Uzodinma vows. Arms purchase probe, reps sack committee, 11 others. Lagos Assembly to establish Research Legislative Institute. 58,222 Lagos residents test positive for COVID-19 so far. Professor Abayomi. Open defecation, Water Resources Ministry, NOA sensitized stakeholders in Nasarawa. It's time for total war on terror, Atiku. International travel ban, federal government to sanction airlines. That's coming from the ministry. Also, sanctions await airlines ministry. That's still the same story. How I will end insecurity in Imo, Abutu Yaro. That's the CP. Don't take extension of SIM NIN linkage deadline for granted, NCC warns. Woman strangled, shot dead for turning down marriage proposal for two men. Ondo raises 800 million naira through COVID-19 response fund. And on insecurity, killings in southeast fueled by misguided comments of politicians, Governor Umahi. Gunmen abduct unspecified number of Abia varsity students. COVID-19 did not kill Dare Adeboye, PSF debunks report. And also a story here, Cairo markets, Oshodi on fire. That was yesterday. Senators in closed session with service chiefs. That was also on insecurity. And also I was detained because of Nnamdi Kanu. That's Mbaka talking. Stay focused, avoid being used for violence. Yaya Bello urges youth. And finally, tension in Abuja over hundreds of migrating herders from Niger Republic.
And from the Nation newspaper, suspended NPA MD Bala Usman for probe. Awujale Adetono at 87. Police are efforts at preventing attacks that you can also find from the Nation. Minister laments community collusion with bandits, abductors. 53 headers intercepted in Niger. Okay, let's see. This one, Baribe should be imprisoned for failing to produce IPOB leader Kanu, says Wase Buhari Lawan. Bajabiamila Jonathan orders commiserate with Pastor Adeboye over son's death. Sawolo Itola Biono Wike Bello commiserate with RCCG General Overseer. Let's see some more NCC to Nigerians. Don't share phone, SIM cards, NIN registration crucial to winning war against insecurity, says Buhari. Federal government Jusun Parson strike to end soon. Still from the Nation, 66% NECO candidates pass 5 credits in 2020 SSC external results. Insecurity. are challenges by service chiefs, orders. Mbaka's action shakes Enugu Catholic Diocese. Insecurity are challenges by service chiefs, orders. Okay, I think I took that. Buhari Lawan, I took that also. That's on Adeboye's son. Minister laments community collusion. And I think we should just go to another paper now before we go on a break.
All right, I'll take a few headlines from Independent newspaper. Fresh crisis on APC as Lawan. Buni Bika over 2023 presidency. Gunmen abduct Abia Varsity students. Q10 in Niger, Ondo. On insecurity as well, Senate grills service chiefs, IGP, DGs, DSS, and NIA. Nigeria operating military government in a democracy. That's accredited to Bode George. Also, Buhari Jonathan Sanwo-Olu Kalu commiserates with Adeboye over son's death. Boko Haram attacks scare heightens security tension at the National Assembly. Embrace NIN to guarantee peace, security, Buhari tells Nigerians. Now, also, okay, I think I'll take one or two more headlines from there before we go on a break. APC reconciliatory moves suffer setback ahead of 2023 elections. Let's go on a break now. When we return, we get to the analysis of the stories. Stay with us.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pains wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Devon King's my dream, no. Nah, better my dream, no. Devon King's my dream, nah.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
That's my dream, no. Devon King's my dream, no. Nah, better my dream, no.
If you no sabi transfer news, you fit tell all your padi say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your padi say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout dey follow you argue.
No way.
If dem shout dey follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If dem shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick bench as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 18,600 naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Charles!
Yes, mommy.
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only Hypobleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypo Bleach.
Titan Farms Multi-Business Limited is calling all event vendors in Ibadan to submit a tender. This invite includes a tender from decorators, DJs, caterer, both continental and African dishes, drink vendors, souvenir vendors, MCs, cake vendors, cocktail vendors, ushering agencies, bouncers, floor coordinators, photographers, videographers, etc. The tender is expected to be submitted from Monday, April the 26th to 3rd of May 2021. All interested vendors should show interest of participation by visiting the anniversary committee in our office. Time 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily at Titan Farms House, opposite Motor Dealer Car Mart, Akala Express, New Garage, Ibadan. Visit our website on www.titanfarms.org or at Titan Farms NG on Instagram.
Bola, what have you been seriously studying for? I thought you were done with your exams.
Mommy, I've been preparing for the 32FM Smart Kids Ambassador Challenge.
What's that?
The 32FM Smart Kids Ambassador Challenge is a quiz competition for children on radio. If I answer all my questions correctly, I get to be an ambassador and also win a bicycle.
That's interesting, oh. Please face your book, I beg. Do you want snacks?
Yes, Mommy.
Hello, lads. That's it. Are you between the ages of 5 to 13 years old? From the 1st to the 27th of May, you have the opportunity to be a Smart Kids Ambassador. All you have to do is call on the show from 5:15 to 6 p.m. daily and answer all questions correctly. You also stand a chance to win bicycles, engineering sets, and lots more. What are you waiting for? Start studying. Be like Bola. Bola is a smart kid. The Smart Kids Ambassadors Challenge is proudly supported by Smart Kids Engineers, Design Bricks, Flour Mills Nigeria, Danabit Homes, Health Concerns. Note that you have the opportunity to give a shout out to your school on the show for a token. For sponsorship and inquiries, please call Talkback on 003-579-6925 or Sean on 0703-602-1608. Smart Kids Ambassadors Challenge, the conquest of the best brain.
32 FM
94.9.
FM 94.9, 21 minutes past 6 from our studio here. We are also live on YouTube. Of course, you know the studio is an audio-visual one. We're live on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan, where you can also join the conversation. You can drop a comment, your headline, or a question for the analyst. Austin Udumo just came into the studio. It's good to have you join us this morning, Austin.
Thank you. Good morning, Tayo.
All right. I'm OLUTAYO, OGUNADE.
And I am GBEMISOLA, SOYEMI. All right, let's take a look at the major stories we have in the dailies. This is on the Punch newspaper, and it's credited, the statement is credited to El-Rufai. He said, "We were ready to lose students in planned bandits bombardment." Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai on Thursday said when 29 students of the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Afaka, Kaduna State, were abducted, the plan was to attack and kill the bandits, even if it meant some students would die in the process.
And now this one here from Daily Trust. Sheikh Gumi has said bandits have agreed that the remaining students of Greenfield University, Kaduna, will not be killed. The bandits had threatened to kill the students in captivity if their parents failed to pay a 100 million naira and ransom in addition to 10 motorcycles. From Daily Trust, Gumi, we've convinced bandits not to kill Greenfield Varsity students. And also from Premium Times, we have another one, Obasanjo's role in release of 27 kidnapped students. Gumi, controversial Islamic cleric Ahmad Gumi, had explained his role and that of former President Olusegun Obasanjo in the recent release of the 27 students of Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Africa, Kaduna State. Also the Domo. Gumi, again in this, and of course, Mr. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo also been mentioned in the release.
Yes, in the just released FACA students, former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo played a very formidable role in ensuring that the students were released. At some point, he was engaged by Sheikh Gumi to actually mediate between the government and the bandit so as to release this student. So this is not the first time Obasanjo will be involved in such a negotiation. I think around 2016 or so, or 2015, he also met with certain element of the Boko Haram to be able to ensure there's a ceasefire to actually allow peace to reign in company of Sheikh Usani at that particular point in time. Even at that time, Sheikh Usani said he looked for some people from the north he couldn't get until he had to approach former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He accepted to actually be drafted in for the negotiation at that particular point in time. Then coming to El-Rufai on this whole issue, we all know that bombardment or coercive force become extremely difficult when we have our children or our student with them. So what they do is they use them. It's just like the Boko Haram tactics. They use them as human shield. In case of any bombardment, we are going to have what at the end of the day we describe as collateral damages.
That was exactly what I called it.
Yes, wherein people that we are trying to rescue will be lost in the heat of the battle or what have you. These bandits, they are calculative in their attempt, in their operations. They look for an opportunity. That is why now that these Afaka students have been released, let us do everything within our power as a matter of this to secure the release of this Greenfield University student, because what they will do any moment from now is to launch an attack against another school and carry out mass adoption, and at the end of the day it now becomes extremely difficult for the government to actually use force against them, because these people, they have location, they have their identity, they have the certain forest where they are located. How come it is extremely difficult to get them? So for me, when we have them, definitely we are going to negotiate from the position of weakness. Immediately we have our people with them. At a time where we don't have our people with them, that is the only way we can talk about meaningful negotiation or what have you. Then also, to me, the idea of paying ransom, it has never really worked, because when you continue to pay ransom, you continue to entrench that act of criminality. You continue to make it spread and also make it more economically lucrative. If that is done, it shows that there will not be any end in sight.
So what is the best way out? For instance, in the case of the Afaka students, ransom was paid, and also a bandit was released in exchange for the students.
Yes, that is most of the time what they demand for. They demand that certain elements of their camp that has been in incarceration should be released. And at the end of the day, you pay them ransom to actually be able to buy weapon. The best bet as far as this is concerned is to take them out, which is to use the coercive force to take them out. But the best way to also do that is to come from the position of strength, in as much as we don't have our student or any of our national with them, because they have decided to take up arm against the state. And I think they have, at that particular point in time, lost the right to actually live. Then Sheikh Gumi came out again to extract commitment from the bandits in the case of Greenfield University student, that they have actually promised. You know, they threatened that within 24 hours, if 100 million and about 10 Honda motorcycle were not given to them, they are going to ensure that they killed this student. Of course, that didn't happen. But Sheikh Gumi earlier on told us that these were not the regular bandit that he was used to, that this was a Boko Haram like operation, because they demanded Honda, and that brand of Honda, for example, in the northern part of the country is referred to as Boko Haram. So if you look at all of this coming together, and don't also forget, in the Greenfield University student, Sheikh Gumi actually employed a third party by proxy to negotiate with them. At some point, the bandit, quote and unquote, now had to tell the man that is coming that, oh, if care is not taken, we are going to ensure that we also kidnap you, and you too, we are going to demand ransom being paid on you. And at that particular point in time, Sheikh Gumi felt that, oh, perhaps this could not be the regular Boko Haram, the regular bandit, because according to him, he have the ears of this bandit. He can talk to them, he can negotiate on their behalf, because they also respect him so much, because he's pushing an agenda for them. The agenda of amnesty for them.
How can we use the knowledge and the rapport between Gumi and these bandits? How can we maximize or take advantage of this? All right, to the benefit of all. One of the released students of the Greenfield said, the parents said, they paid ransom to a particular person that Gumi introduced them to. All right, so Gumi knows so much. He's brokering. What was he doing now?
Yes, that is why we have the opinion that whether we want to prosecute him or not, which I feel that is not the best way to go.
We're not saying prosecute.
It should have been debrief him, right, so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to get valid and vital information that could be of help to the Nigerian state. That is what we are saying. But as it is now, the federal government does not want to reckon with him, yet it's always at the middle of every of the negotiation as far as adoption of students is concerned in the northern part of the country. So I think it is high time we find a way around it. El-Rufai also admitted at some point that carrot and stick approach will be used. What is the carrot approach? The carrot approach is probably negotiation, and at the end of the day, ransom being paid. If you say you are not going to be paying them ransom, because it shows that that is the way to go. because Nigerian state has actually failed to ensure that the lives and property of the people are protected. And these bandits have just develop a strategy. The strategy is not individual adoption any longer. Just go to a school, hold them ransom, and at the end of the day, parents will call on federal government and state government to actually come to their rescue. So for me, I think Sheyi Gumi should be invited. If there is any way, now that Olusegun Obasanjo is involved, let the federal government also take the lead too. If there is any way we can call these guys, let us call them. But it's quite unfortunate that at this particular point in time, we pay ransom for bandits in the 21st century just to enhance their trade and what have you, because the idea of them dropping their arms and embracing full peace, I'm not seeing that any moment from now. No. Because the money they make, they use it to buy weapon, and at the end of the day carry out more attack.
Now the use of coercive force, it's very difficult these days to even know whether or not these guys have people that have been abducted in their midst, because there are people who just go missing. And these days, because of the pattern it follows, most times we just agree or decide that, oh, this person has probably been abducted, and we're expecting that the abductors would contact the family members. So there are actually people who are still in the den of the kidnappers. In how will the use of coercion, how will it not put us in trouble? Because of course we know they'll call it collateral damage, but as much as possible we try to value the lives of citizens as well.
Yes.
Go on, Austin.
As it is now, I think the federal government now is not actually ready to use bombardment against this group. If you look at what should have been done, it should be, how do we tackle the crisis? We must also address it from the angle of socio-economic problem. These guys too, perhaps they have one or two agitation, but how best can the government handle this? That is why I told you they have actually changed in their modus operandi. It shows that they are far ahead of the Nigerian state. We have not been able to develop or evolve a new strategy as tackling the issue. Do you know their new strategy is to carry out mass adoption? Whether you like it or not, people will be shaking. When a group of 23 parents, the Afaka student, they have to form association. The parent has to form association. The Greenfield University student, they have to form association. They have secretary, they have
sympathetic resonance.
You understand? So they feel that this will shake the nation, this will move the government.
Austin, who kidnapped some students of Abia State University? When we return from this break, we'll look at that too.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
Devon King's margarine.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
Kọ́lá. Ó máa mi. Lọ mú àpò rẹ́bí tí ebílì ṣe àìpò méjì fún mi. Máa mi méjì báwo. torí pé màá fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí màá fi kan tó kùn pa gbogbo kòkòrò.
ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bíbá ẹ̀ máa mi.
wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tó kàn mí fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíìṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ́ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíìṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
iléeṣẹ́ Novesola wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún ọ pé tòjò tẹ̀rùn gbogbo àkókò ńlẹ̀ dá ádámà nílò náà yàtọ̀ sí náà dògán tá a fi ń sun bọ̀ọ̀lì lábà oko àgàgà yín náà sólà tó ń gbàgbára láti inú òrùn tó bá gbọ́ Novel sólà ní ó tẹ̀lé iléeṣẹ́ Novesola wọ́n ti wà ní sẹpẹ́ fún pèsè àwọn èròjà sólà lẹ́lẹ́kàǹkà inverter solar panels and battery solar kit láti tanná láti charge battery gbọ́ rédíò kọrin jẹ̀gbádùn àti láti tanná ẹlẹ́yin bíi 2 sí 3 solar fan tó ń gbé fan láti tanná sùn dẹ́kun ẹ̀fọn amára níní ṣokùnfà àìsàn ibà solar floodlight fàyíká ilégbèé àtòpópónà fúnṣẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ solar freezer láti ṣe nǹkan jíjẹ mímu lọ́jọ́sí kómi síta fún oníbàárà solar cctv camera ẹlẹ́yinjú àsáfà àbò nílé iṣẹ́ àtọ́fíìsì solar water heater tí somi tútù ní gbígbóná solar water pump tó lè fami gòkè ní kànga energy saving appliances dc bulb dc tv dc fan tó ń gbàgbára náà sára bẹ́ẹ̀ làkànṣe solar product wà fún dókítà lecturers farmers tailor àtàwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù káríkárí Novesola kan náà ń lo kájú ẹ̀ kàn sí wọn bó rajà lólulẹ̀ iṣẹ́ wọn tó wà ní akíndélé plaza ìdójúkọ adamasingba stadium mọ́kọ́lá ìbàdàn tàbí lẹ́ka ilé iṣẹ́ wọn tó bá súnmọ́
081-8776-6005.
Novesola ló mójútó solar.
If you don't know the transfer news, you might tell your friends your team has the top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your friends your team has the top striker, they might loudly disagree. If they loudly disagree, the whole viewing center might get involved. If the whole viewing center gets involved, you might lose the argument. If you lose the argument, you might kick the floor in frustration. Before things get out of hand, settle it with Google Search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and so much more on your Google app.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí. Egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni. Ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneton cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneton cleanser egbògi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí bàdàn ti ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneton cleanser egbògi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneton cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
All right, welcome back. Thank you very much for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9, and it's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review. We've been taking some headlines, and we're taking this one now in Premium Times that talks about 2 students who were abducted in Abia State, Abia University.
Not just 2.
Two escaped. Two of them escaped.
Right.
Okay. 2 of the Abia State University students who were abducted on Wednesday evening have escaped from the abductors. That's coming from the Commissioner for Information, John Kalu. The students were abducted inside a commercial vehicle along a highway in Okigwe, Imo State. Mr. Kalu said that only 1 student was being held captive by the abductors from the information available to the Abia State government. He said 2 of the students, 2 girls, escaped. One escaped from inside the jungle where they took them to, while the other escaped at the point of interception where they were taken.
I think the issue is spreading across the country. It's particularly worrisome in the eastern part of the country, where we now have a new method of adoption, of this time around university students who were on their way between I think 6 and 7 p.m. Thereabout in Oturu, Abia State. The information is unknown gunmen. No government should be unknown. The Nigerian government, especially Abia State government in this case, must do everything to unravel the identity of those who carry out this dastardly act, because it is threatening the educational sector in the country. When you have a situation where students are in palpable fear, they can no longer learn with ease. When they are on the way, they could be adopted. Even in the school premises, they risk adoption also. So we must do everything possible to find lasting solution. There is nothing like unknown gunmen. This is an act of criminality. It's an act of banditry that must be brought to justice. So let's intensify effort. As it is happening in the northern part of the country, it's also spreading all around, even in the southern part of the country. We have cases of adoption here and there. Some of them are even underreported. So at the end of the day, parents are made to pay ransom. That is why this group have also, like I said earlier, developed a new wave wherein they have to adopt people in a mass way, so that at the end of the day, government will be prevailed upon to either negotiate or pay ransom. So we must do everything to nip it in the bud. This is just one of the cases of insecurity that manifested in the whole of the eastern part of the country yesterday. In Ebonyi, there were attacks against police formation. In Obosi, Idemili North local government in Anambra State was also attacked. A police station there was attacked. They raised the police station. They had to go to the police quarter to kill 2 officers. This is despicable and it is not acceptable. So we must do everything to bring this issue down. Let the concerned authority rise to the occasion. We can't continue this way. That's the truth of the matter. By the time military or security formation are being attacked, they loot their weaponry, and at the end of the day, they use this weapon to launch attack against vulnerable citizens.
Who are those attacking police stations in the eastern part of the country?
Well, as it is now, we have not been able to find out. At the time, IPOB leader made a statement suggestive of the fact that perhaps it could be members of the military arm of IPOB, which is the ESN. But at the end of the day, the case was completely different. Even the Imo State that was hit at a particular point in time, even faulted police excuse that it was not a member of the ESN, that some politician had to bring in talks to disrupt, to make the state ungovernable and what have you. Then there is another allegation too about some people coming from other states within the eastern part to actually wreak havoc in other states and go back for political reasons. That cannot be independently confirmed, but I think we must be able to address all of these issues and bring them to justice. If we have element of politicians who want to destabilize the Southeast, we must be able to summon courage and bring them to justice. If there are just criminal elements, let the state rise to the occasion and be able to deal with it. What of Ebubeagu? Since it has been launched, we have not really heard anything about it, and the governors waited for too long before they were able to launch that. So whatever the case is, let the governors come together, let the people also come together and address this issue once and for all.
From the case of Chibok girls to that of Dapchi girls and some other abductions from Kangara from schools. Now, that was on the secondary level. These days we now have occurrence in university at the university level as well. Is it a case of mass abduction or a case of a fight against education?
A case of mass abduction on one hand and the fight against education on another hand. That is why we said all of this, Boko Haram is still at the center of it all. That is why in the classification we must be very, very careful. Some of these guys, they operate, we call them bandits. The real sense of it, they are terrorists. So that is whom they are. Because Boko Haram too, they are against Western education. If you adopt students in their boarding school, what are you against? Are you not also against education? Because we are even talking about a region that is economically backward or that is educationally disadvantaged already. So this will further increase the number of out-of-school children and also reduce the number of enrollment. So the government had to rise up to this occasion to be able to deal with the situation.
I hope some people are not trying to arrest our development.
Of course, when you launch an attack against education, you are impeding development. That is what it means.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says Nigeria will overcome the current problems and realize its potentials if people who share progressive views continue to work together in the interest of the nation. This is from Daily Trust. Let's see this one here. Let's go to NPA, also the Dumo. Federal government sets up panel to probe NPA under Bala Usman.
Yes, she's also forthwith suspended. The probe will commence on Monday. From the information, it was the Minister of Transportation that recommended suspension from office. Yes. Don't forget this woman. She was the co-founder of...
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, sir.
This is Shegun from Oyo.
All right.
This is my own personal opinion. Let Yaradua have his good intention of giving amnesty to Niger Delta agitators. But give out what is called kidnapping now. Because that time they were sent to abroad, they came back, they were given jobs. People now see that if we continue like this, kidnapping people for ransom, maybe they will give us amnesty and take us abroad. That's one personal opinion. Is give rise to criminality throughout Nigeria. About Gumi, federal government cannot invite Gumi. If they invite Gumi, there is the crisis in the north. You know his background, the father background, his own background. You know the level of education in the north, I'm sorry, is far, far below that of the south. Anything Gumi says now, he will spark crisis.
All right, Austin.
Yes, on the MPA issue, she was at a time with OBS Ekwesili. Immediately the the Buhari administration came on, but she was compensated with that. So let us also go beyond the issue of allegation. You know, Amechi nominated Dakuku Peter side for Nimasa. When Dakuku was to get a second time, there was already a fallout between Amechi and El-Rufai. El-Rufai ensured that Dakuku Peter side, a candidate of Amechi, did not get a second term in office as Nimasa DG. Don't forget this Bala Usman, El-Rufai appointed her in 2016 as his chief of staff. I hope you are following the story. Now, I think it's a way to also get back at El-Rufai from the Amechi camp, because all is not well because of 2023 presidential ticket between Amechi and El-Rufai. This is the fact
El-Rufai wants to become the president of Nigeria.
Tayo, that is the case. That is the way it is. So all is not well between the camp of Amechi and El-Rufai. So all of this, you cannot but trace it to the crisis that is happening. So it's just like a case of tit for tat.
But
you have done this.
This suspension came from the presidency.
It is the minister that recommends the heads of agency either for appointment or for promotion.
If you cannot properly manage a state, so we trust you with an entire entity called this big called Nigeria.
You understand? So this is the issue. This is an insider information that I'm just giving to you. Apart from the issue of mismanagement of the MPA, look at the person that took over, for example. So it is the influence of Amechi that is playing out here. So let's see how it goes at the end of the day.
0705 5949 0705 5949. What should we look out for in the candidates that will put themselves forward to be the president of this country come 2023? We think it's far away. Capacity. But honestly speaking, we should start looking at things like this.
Let's look for capacity.
Keenly too.
Yes. Capacity that will enhance the growth and development of the country. We have never had it so badly before in terms of economy, security. So going forward, we need somebody who has foresight, somebody who is tested and can also be trusted in terms of requisite experience.
All right, thank you very much. We'll return to take your calls and contributions.
Fresh breath is good, but strong teeth and fresh breath is even better. Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Please, sir, how do I get to Retire Well Crescent?
It's easy. Just go straight on longitude 155. Take a 360-degree turn, then traverse on the trajectory. And bam, you enter the streets. You can't miss it.
At Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, we believe that preparing for the future should be easy. Email switch to pensionsolution@stambicibtc.com and let our experienced managers help you get started. Stambic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Rama. You just dey come. Me, I don't break my fast though. With the food, where they give us for here. In fact, now so kill we kill before we collect ham.
So, all this stress on top say you want collect fruits for breaking fast. Don't worry yourself, because me don't get get fruit from Adron Homes. You remember I tell you about the Ramadan promo? You self benefit from Adron Ramadan promo package. With shaking money like 25,000 naira initial deposit. You go get food pack or shopping voucher and even spread the payment within 24 months. You no finish for day. For every land where you buy, you self go collect gift. If you can't pay 1 million income, you go collect food pack, bag of rice, goat, and even shopping voucher. Take joy body. Hey, waiting you they wait for. Oya sharply go Adron Homes, make you self benefit from the Ramadan promo. For more Tori, make you call us for 0802 200 4260 or 0805 661 4335.
Do you know you can bake a cake for as little as 1,000 naira? You don't believe? With new Devon King's margarine. Enjoy yummy, buttery taste and softer, fluffier texture on all your cakes and pastries with new Devon King's margarine.
Devon King's margarine.
Oh, guy, what's in the make you scatter house like this, eh?
I beg, you help me see my Airtel SIM.
I carry and give Sade yesterday, but you know they use them again now.
Yay! You don't carry my bonus gift landlord picking. Not today you go pack out.
On top Airtel SIM?
Yes, so if you don't reach 15 days where you never use your Airtel SIM, go find them now. Because why? Ogonga will full on top of. Hey, get 2,000 naira airtime plus extra 200 MB for just 200 naira. The more you recharge, the more you are woofo. To begin enjoy this awoof, just dial *241*7#. Terms and conditions, J.O.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
I saw self-injectable contraceptive while searching for contraceptive options online. My first reaction was, wow, women can actually inject themselves? Imagine that. No more queues or judgmental aunties waiting at the clinic. I decided to try it because it prevents pregnancy for 3 months with just one injection. Also, anyone can do it from anywhere they feel comfortable after being trained by a healthcare provider. I was a tad bit scared the first time I self-injected since needles has always made me uncomfortable. But I found it very easy and less painful than a normal injection. Now, I have gained a lot more confidence in myself. Self-inject contraceptive has put power in my hands. I feel more in control of my body, my time, and my future.
Would you like to explore your contraceptive options and find out more about self-injections? Visit discoveryourpower.org today or search #DiscoverYourPower. This message is supported by Health Promotion Division, Federal Ministry of Health.
If you know sabi transfer news, you fit tell all your padi say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your padi say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout dey follow you argue.
No way.
If dem shout dey follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If dem shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick bench as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
Zero 0705 500949. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you, Alaji. Go on.
You cannot see now that with the situation in the country, if governors were given 100 billion naira because vote in every month. So far, they don't have the power to recruit their own state police. There's little they can do. The trouble in Lagos, trouble in Katsina. So, the federal government should buckle up. We came up with a question that I've been thinking of asking. He said, why is the treatment arms ammunition that they bought with $1 billion?
Right, we'll lose the call there. 0705 500949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I'm following from Kokwadodo. Let me start from Yoruba. Oshemi Ogbada Kitupolo Shemi. Woloko ko waja wa oloko ko amu. You see, Sheikh Gumi personally to me is not helping anybody. They have their own objective, their own aim, what they want to do. See, their purpose is just to overthrow civil rule. They are not that comfortable with this civil rule in the country again. That's what they're trying to do. So they are creating artificial insecurity in the country so that Nigeria will go to anarchy, then the military will take over. That's what they're doing. Nigeria, let us shine our face. Because it will be people that is going to lose, not President Buhari. Thank you, good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Falado. All right, 0705 5000 949. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, could you speak up?
My name is Alabi calling from Akolo.
All right.
You see, my heart bleeds for this country we call Nigeria because we are, in fact, 2 decades backwards. In a country, people will be kidnapped and they will spend days and months, at times years in captivity, and the government will not be able to track them down where they are in 21st century, where we have communication. So sometimes ago, Americans were kidnapped in the Northeast, and they came all the way from America and rescued them. These days, we get to hear of people being kidnapped, and the police cannot trace and know where the kidnappers are. I don't want to talk too much. We are backwards. And if we seek votes for people that are backward, we will remain backward for the next 2 decades. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day too. 0705 5000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God bless you, sir.
Amen.
My name is Prince and BBC from the Beacon. Ibadan. Question of FPA. The Northerners have been ruling the NPA since the time of Tuko. Only Adibayo Sarumi is the only Yoruba man who headed NPA for some years. Since then, there's no Yoruba or Igbo placed as the head of NPA. It is wrong. Everything Northern is too bad. They should make correction about that. That's my contribution.
All right.
Thank you very much,
what's the full meaning of the NPA?
It should be Nigerian Port Authority, but some people stylishly will refer to it as Northern Port Authority.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's only we Nigerians that don't know what is transpiring within federal government and the bandits. An individual or group of people cannot so be powerful than government. It is not possible. It's even reason the scripture. Let your long Alasheloku. It is not done. They are just playing people. It is Ombasho.
All right. Thank you very much, Omabasho. And I don't know if Austin.
Yes, the Vice President said we will overcome the challenges.
Amen.
That sounds a little bit spiritual, but they should do the work which we have elected them to do. God has put them in charge. God has delegated the authority to them at such a time like this. So
it says people who share progressive views must continue to work together in the interest of this country.
The government too should be more sincere in delivering goods in terms of social good for the people. In a country where people will be adopted for 57 days, we cannot track them, we cannot get them, we can't prevent the act, and yet it took 57 days to secure their release based on negotiation. It shows that the government is not doing enough.
All right. Thank you very much, Austin, for coming around. Thank you very much for listening on the other side. And tomorrow morning, you can join us again at 6 o'clock. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Have a great day ahead.
Good morning to you. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
cereal with PhD, cereal that graduated, did masters, and even came out with a first class. We are talking about the new Amazing Day instant cereal from Golden Penny, the professors in the School of Awesome Nutrition. Amazing Day cereal is one of a kind cereal inspired by the understanding that every child is amazing at something. Amazing Day believes that every Nigerian child has a unique gift or something they are amazing at. Inspired by this, Golden Penny formulated Amazing Day cereal to help parents give their children the right nutrition to nurture their kids' talents as they grow. Amazing Day is enriched with the power of 4, which gives your child calcium for strong bones, protein for daily growth, vitamin